Hello everyone, I'm here to do a quick review of two fantasy books that I just finished reading. One of them is from the Librarian Presents collection, which is Aru Shah and the End of Time, and the other one is Amari and the Night Brothers. Both books are considered fantasy. Both books have female characters as the protagonists. Both books deal with an element of magic, but they are very different. I'm going to start really quickly with talking about this one, Aru Shah and the End of Time. Arusha has a tendency to stretch the truth in order to fit in at her private middle school. Well, while her classmates are jetting off to exotic vacations, she'll be spending her autumn's break in the Museum of Ancient Indian Art and Culture that her mom curates. Is it any wonder Aru makes up stories about being royalty, traveling to Paris, and having a chauffeur? One day, three schoolmates show up at Aru's doorstep to catch her in a lie. They don't believe her claim that the museum's lamp of Bharata is cursed, and they dare Aru to prove it. Just a quick light, Aru thinks. Then she'll never, ever fib again. But lighting the lamp has dire consequences. She unwittingly frees the sleeper, an ancient demon who is intent on awakening the god of destruction. Her classmates and mother are frozen in time, and it's up to Aru to save them. The only way to stop the demon is to find the reincarnations of the legendary Pandava brothers' journey through the kingdom of death. But how is one girl in Spider-Man pajamas supposed to do it all? So I really enjoyed the story of this book. I enjoyed learning a lot about Indian mythology, which I did not know a lot about. What's really great about this book, that in the back of the book, there's a really quick kind of glossary of some of the characters, but also some of the famous myths that are told about in this book. So I did enjoy it. However, because I didn't know a lot about Indian mythology to begin with, it was difficult for me because I felt like I was flipping back and forth. I really think that it helps me better understand, which is awesome because I'm able to connect with a few of my students who are really excited that I was reading this book. So did enjoy learning something new, but I will say it was really tough to get through the book. This is a series book. This is the first book in the series. I'm not sure if I'll read the rest of the series yet. It didn't quite get me. I thought the main character was a little complaining, but overall it was a really great adventure book. The other book, Amari and the Night Brothers, also a book in a series, also a fantasy book, but this one's a little bit different. Amari Peters has never stopped believing her missing brother Quentin is alive, not even when the police told her otherwise, and when she got into trouble for standing up to bullies who said he was gone for good. So when she finds a ticking briefcase in his closet containing a nomination for a summer tryout at the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs, she's certain the secretive organization holds the key to locating Quentin. If only she can wrap her head around the idea of magicians, fairies, and aliens, and other supernatural creatures all being real. Now she must compete for a spot against kids who've known about magic their whole lives. No matter how hard she tries, Amari can't seem to escape their intense scrutiny and doubt, especially once her own supernaturally enhanced talent is deemed illegal. With an evil magician threatening the supernatural world and her classmates thinking she's an enemy, Amari has never felt more alone. But she doesn't stick it out and pass the tryout. But if she doesn't stick it out and pass the tryouts, she may never find out what happened to Quentin. This one, unlike Arusha, is not based on any kind of mythology. It's simply a book about magic. However, I really enjoyed this adventure. I liked that there was a twist. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what that twist is, but there was a twist at the ending, which I really loved. I loved all of the characters, and I really enjoyed the kind of progress that happened with Amari throughout the book itself. As I mentioned before, this is a series. This is book one, so I am going to read the rest of the series most likely. The next book just came out, so I'm excited to read that. But all in all, I would say if I had to pick between these two books, if I ever were to reread something, I would definitely reread Amari and the Night Brothers. Again, I really enjoyed Aru Shah, but it was a tough read for me, and I enjoy the characters and the excitement and the twist in Amari and the Night Brothers. So that's my really quick, honest review. Of course, see you next time.